Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and this is a tutorial on how to make the Assassin's Creed Altair Dagger. It's a nice project. It's actually pretty easy to do. You can do it in 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much time you want to spend carving the handle. But it's a fun project, really easy to make. If you watch some other videos and you're familiar with my techniques on how to build weapons like this, then you'll understand real quick how to make this. If you've never made any of my projects, this is a great one to start with because it's really easy. Let me go over, and it looks really good. Let me go over all the materials you're going to need to do it. Just a piece of foam board, one piece of foam board. You know, you can buy one, just a scrap actually. 2 small pieces of foam for the handle, one on this side, one on the bottom. 2 paints, black and silver. Some adhesive, could be any kind of glue, and a knife. Some kind of knife to cut the foam and sculpt it with. I also used a hot wire foam cutter like this. I mean, it's optional. It makes it quick and easy to do this, but it's totally optional. Maybe a little sandpaper would help. So that's it. There's not a whole lot to this. Looks really good. Comes out great, and it's pretty sturdy when you can, tinker around with it. And the biggest challenge is carving it out. But if you look at the picture, you take your time with it, you can use sandpaper and stuff like that to just shape it, and the foam is really easy to shape. So let me see if that's cover everything. All right, this is also part of my Assassin's Creed stuff. I have lots of swords, all kinds of swords from movies and games, and this is also, here's the Altair sword. I'll put the link in if you want to make that a little bit more challenging, only because it's larger. So let's launch into the tutorial on how to make the Assassin's Creed Altair Dagger. Well, there's a couple of different ways you can make this dagger. You can print out my template and use that as your drawing, or you can just draw one up yourself. It's not that hard. You can draw it directly on your piece of foam board. It's about 19 inches long. So once you've got it, if you make the template, print it out, put it together, cut it out, transfer that to your foam board, and then cut it out. So there you go. I've cut it out. Now, make your 2 handle pieces, one on each side, by tracing the handle on foam. It could be 1/2 inch foam or 1 inch foam, doesn't matter, you'll just carve it. There's your 2 pieces for the handle. And now cut those out. Use any kind of tools you have. You can use a knife, an X-Acto knife. You can use a hacksaw. I use a hot foam cutter, it's real easy. Apply those 2 pieces to the dagger like this. Any kind of glue will work. I use a spray adhesive, it's really fast and easy. Just like that. See, now your dagger's already taking shape. Easy enough. Now all we got to do is carve that down. And take your time with it. You have plenty of extra foam, so you can just look at the picture, draw around the handle, carve it a little bit. I use a hot foam cutter just to do some of the rough cutting. And then from there I used X-Acto knife. I use sandpaper, emery boards, and while you're carving, feel free to just draw around the handle again. As you carve it away, draw the drawings again. Look at the picture, draw it again, so you always have guidelines to keep carving. It's not that hard. This kind of foam, which is Foamular, actually works pretty good. See, I've got my drawings, now I can start carving. Here I use an X-Acto knife. Sandpaper works well, like I said, and emery boards are the best. Those are the kind of boards you buy like in the drugstore to like file your nails. Those work really well for something like this, a small project with a lot of detail. Just take your time, slowly work it down. Mine is too thick, see how thick it is? So part of the work I have to do is to make the handle not as thick. That's it, just keep carving it away. And now here I'll show you, see the emery board, that's my favorite for this. It works really well. You can get good definition on the handle. So I have lots of swords like this, daggers, all kinds of stuff. And there we go, I'm almost done. I still got a little bit, see the detail? So look at the picture and just keep working it. Now, the fuller down the middle of the blade like this is like a hollow section, slightly hollowed or indented. This is optional, but you can cut away just the top layer of foam, of paper, and then peel that off, exposing the foam underneath. And then that way it has a different texture to it. It looks different, and it'll take the paint differently. It's optional. And I'll paint that black, and I'm going to actually lighten that up a little bit later on. But let me show you now. Let's paint this dagger. Painted the fuller black. Now here's a nice trick to make it look good. Paint all the deep ingrained sections down in like the gullies, the ruts. Throw a layer of black in all of them, like this. And then, while that is still wet, start with your silver. And when you rub it in like this, you're going to see it takes away some of that black. Gives you a really good look. So feel free to just go over that black somewhat. It reduces the sharpness and makes it a softer. It's much, much nicer. So wet black just in the lines, and then start painting over the whole thing with silver. So that's just about it. I'll show you a little bit more of painting this dagger. I get a whole bunch of projects, a whole bunch of Assassin's Creed stuff. I have the complete Spartan gear, Spartan chest plate, and the sword, and the spear, and you know, everything. And I have the Assassin's Creed bunch of stuff. I'll be finishing that up too. So here we go. I'm painting the. See how that handle looks great? Now I'm painting the blade. So that's about it. 2-3 hours tops if you have the materials. The Assassin's Creed Altair Dagger looks great. Thanks for watching. Here's some more Assassin's Creed stuff. On the top is the Altair sword, then the hidden blade, and then the chest piece. And lots more stuff from our website at stormthecastle.com. Thanks for watching.